Hi everyone, welcome back to Samara Builds. If you haven't watched before, this is where we're building better lives. I am honestly nervous going into this recording because I don't know what I'm going to say. I want to be totally open and honest about my struggles with mental health and what I've gone through in the past and the steps I've made to overcome certain things. Like I said, I've worked hard to build a better life, and it's something that I'm continually doing. Something I've always had a hard time with is being open and honest about something as I'm going through it. I want to come to people at the end of it when I can wrap it all up in a nice little bow, talk about what lesson I learned, how I'm going to fix the problem, what I'm going to do differently in the future, but to talk about it in real time when I haven't fully processed it or, like I said, come to some nice conclusion, that is hard for me. It's hard for me to do with the people I'm closest to, let alone everyone else. This time of year is always hard for me. And sometimes I forget why. But then when I remember, it's so obvious. Here we are at the very beginning of June, and my mom died June 6th, very unexpectedly. She was sick, but it was a chronic illness, and that's not what she died from. She didn't die from an asthma exacerbation. She just died. And I was 5, and my sister and I were the ones that found her. And obviously that was incredibly traumatic in ways that I haven't been able to recognize until I've been an adult and have interacted with 5-year-olds. The beginning of June is also the anniversary of the first time I tried to commit suicide, which was also traumatic. And when I talk about, my favorite books, I talked about the book, The Body Keeps the Score. And that's what my body's doing. My body remembers that this time of year has been traumatic. And so it gears me up for that. I get a lot of anxiety and fear. And like I said, sometimes this time of year comes and I'm like, why am I so anxious right now? Why am I struggling? Because it's been 27 years since my mom died. So part of me is like, ugh, I should be over it. Should be over that by now. But that's unfortunately not how life works. That's not how our bodies work. Plus, how do you ever get over the death of a mom who, by all accounts, was just a wonderful mom and loved you so much? How do you ever get over that? It wouldn't be fair to her to get over it. I do have to admit, I wish it didn't affect me still so much. I wish I didn't still acutely feel her loss so much of the time. And then part of me is like, oh, so many people have had it worse. I should be fine. As if that makes someone fine. I'm also going through some changes in my life right now, which are positive, but changes are still scary. And so I need to give myself grace there. Trying to be gentle and kind to myself. Which, if you've watched enough of my videos, you can probably tell it can be hard for me to do sometimes. On June 6th, my brother and I are going to take some flowers to her grave, which I think will be very nice. I live just a couple houses down from the house she died in. And honestly, when I moved back to this area, it was hard at first. I went through some dark times because that was not the only traumatic thing that has happened to me in this neighborhood. But with my therapist and with my support group, I've been able to come a long way, and now I love living here. I love our neighbors. I live right across the street from my dad, which is so nice. Still, some moments are hard, and that's okay. I know people who know me are going to reach out after this and say, "Are you okay?" I am okay, and I'm going to be okay. Every year is like this, and that's okay too. What a blessing it is to have somebody who loved me so much that I still feel her loss. I'm so glad I got her for the 5 years that I got her. I love summer. It is my favorite time of year. And it's okay that it comes with a little blue. I'm trying to honor myself and let myself grieve when I need to. Because after my mom died, we weren't really allowed to grieve in the way we needed. And I'm connecting to my inner child. I've talked about how that can be really fun and really nurturing and caring. And right now, connecting to my inner child means letting her be sad. And that's okay. Because I'm here to comfort myself and show myself love and compassion and understanding and patience. I really feel the urge to apologize right now for crying. But that's silly. Obviously, I need to cry right now. And if you need to cry, I want to show that it's okay. It's okay. If you're so excited about summer or a vacation or any one thing, and then you come to it and you're met with a lot of mixed emotions, that's okay. That's life. If you've ever found yourself in a situation thinking, I should be happy right now, I should be excited, I should be full of joy, but I have these other feelings as well, that's okay. That is being human. And that's how I am right now coming into summer. I love summer. I love being outside. I love the warmth. I love the sunshine. And like I said, it does bring some blue for me. And that's okay. Little yin, little yang, little happiness, a little joy, and a little sadness too. Like I said, I didn't know what I was going to say. But I do want to say at the end of this, if you're struggling, reach out to someone. Give it one more day at least. And then give it one more day after that. There are people who love you. There are people you haven't met yet that need to love you. Life does have pain and sadness, but also has joy and pleasure and happiness and love. And you can find those things again. It's been over 10 years since that suicide attempt, and I'm so glad I wasn't successful. I'm so glad I've worked so hard to build a better life, that I've learned so many lessons along the way, and so many wonderful people that I'm going to keep interviewing on here. I'm so excited for what the future is going to bring, even though I know it's also going to bring hardship and pain. it's also going to bring cool stuff too. And that's exciting. And I wish I could tell my mom about it. But I have lots of people who love me that I get to tell about it. And while it doesn't replace her, it's so wonderful to have so many people who love me. Surprisingly, I think this is my most crying video yet. If you're having a hard day, feel you, I love you. Things can get better. I get so self-conscious saying to like my videos or subscribe. But I work hard on them and I'm proud of them. And so you should like this video and you should subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna go be gentle to myself right now. I'm probably let myself cry harder. Maybe eat a treat. And I'll see you next time on Samara Builds. Thanks.